Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at the DBLK as part of my premium review series. This is a vehicle that I must admit I'm a bit ashamed to admit that, well, I say ashamed, it's more of the fact that I got this thing instead of the LVT M24, the LVT with the M24 turret, and I must admit, I wish I'd have gone with the M24, let's put it that way. And there's a few reasons for that, but we'll get into that. Before we go any further, as per normal, in the description below the usual timestamps, there'll be the hangar section overview, which of course will talk about the aircraft, its armament, its guns, its bombs, etc. And of course there'll be two sections of gameplay, one's a bit shorter than the other, but the other one is at least reasonable in length, and we somehow survived the fire, because this thing normally falls apart to a fire, but, well, I'm sure you can guess that judging by the skinny wings, but yeah, I was quite lucky in that gameplay, so if you want to check that one out, that is going to be gameplay 2. So this is a rank 1 battle rating 2.0 aircraft for Russia in the premium lineup, and this is 550 Golden Eagles. Do I think this aircraft is worth it? Well, judging by the fact that I just said about a LVT with a Chaffee turret being probably more fun than this, yeah, that's going to be more fun than this, and, well, there's a few reasons why this aircraft's bad. Now, of course, they have fixed the tail gunner coverage, which is why I've had to delay this review, because I originally had this review done, but then they fixed the tail gunners literally a day after I finished editing the review. So I deleted that, and obviously I've had to go out and get more footage, but it wasn't as bad. It only took me about 3 games to get this footage, so it's not too bad. But ultimately, I just feel very disappointed with this plane. There's a few things wrong with it, which obviously, as you can imagine, that does kind of limit it. And to be honest, I see no reason to purchase a rank 1 bomber in the first place, but if you really want to, just buy the Catalina. I've reviewed the Russian Catalina a while back. It is quite an old video, but it is still relevant because nothing's really changed about that plane, I'll be honest, but still. So, going into the hangar section overview, let's go quickly over the engines, the armour, and of course the guns, etc., and then we'll go into the bomb loads later. So we're powered by two Tomatsky M87Bs. These are similar to what you find on the DB3 series of bombers. They're not bad, but they're not great. And this thing really does struggle with 2 tons of bomb load, which, from what I've read, and I know our resident bomberman will probably leave a comment. He knows who he is. This couldn't exactly get off the ground with 2 tons of bomb load. Now, I haven't tried it, because obviously I've never really gotten back to base to rearm this aircraft. Because half the time I just think, yeah, I'm just going to go aggressive, because why not? I mean, it's funny, and people will be quite surprised by such a weird-looking aircraft. And, to be honest, it does actually help it, but still. This aircraft's engines are quite underpowered. Obviously, there are 2 of them, and they're pushing 962 horsepower on WEP each, which is not bad. It's nearly 2,000 horsepower total. But I really wish these engines had about another 200 more. I'll be honest, it would definitely help it, but, well, that's not historical, unfortunately. We can't just slap nitrous in this thing. It's not that sort of thing. Into the armour, of course, there's not much here. It's just 2 8.5mm steel plates. Now, you do have 2 pilots, so you are unlikely to be pilot sniped in this thing. But what you are going to be is set on fire. The entire wing root surface is self-sealing fuel tanks, which, trust me, they don't seal very well. In the gameplay 2, this right tank is the one that gets hit, I believe it is, or it might be the left, I don't remember. No, it's the left. And yeah, this tank somehow puts out the fire, because normally this aircraft falls apart and snaps in 2 the moment it catches on fire. So try not to get hit in this thing, which is kind of hard when you've still got awkward gunner coverage, even with the fix. Going into the armament, we do have a total of 4 7.62s in the back area here. Now, these top ones are still bugged, so if you're aiming upwards at enemy aircraft, you'll notice in gameplay 1, I think it's against a P-39, there's a bit where one of the machine guns is shooting off to the right. That's this gun here. This is still bugged, and I don't know when they're going to get around to fixing it, and to be honest, it would be really nice if they could, but still. Another bug, which they still haven't fixed, is the guns themselves in the cone section. Now, normally, these cone guns are designed to be able to shoot downward through so you can actually engage directly from the rear. Not in this plane's case. For some weird reason, this plane has to turn the cone to actually shoot at something directly behind the aircraft. As you can imagine, that's a little bit inconvenient, and you'll see in the gameplay, I believe it's gameplay 1 and 2, you'll see just how awkward that is. Additionally, having these guns not even aiming at the direct target can make things very awkward for you, and it's very tricky to do so. It also applies to the right-hand side of the aircraft. Obviously, these gunners control both of these guns, and I don't know which gunner it is, but one of them controls this. It might even be the pilot. I've not worked it out yet. Might have to run some more testing with the lads at some point. But you do have 2 frontal 7.62 Shikast machine guns. Now, sources dictate that these were fixed forward firing, and Gaijin doesn't seem to think so. If you happen to have any sources on this, that'd be great, but these only have 250 rounds a gun, and they have okay coverage for the front of the aircraft, but they run out of ammo quickly. You'll even see in the gameplay, I literally fire off the last few rounds because I'm like, yeah, I'm fairly certain I've used a few of these, so I'm just going to reload it, and luckily I did, because there was a P400 at the end. But, yeah, that is the defensive armament of this aircraft. It's still bugged, and it's lost a good portion of its coverage thanks to these tail cones being fixed. It's always tail cones that Gaijin just can't get right, and I'm really not sure how. Moving into bomb loads, because you do get a good selection of them. You get 50 kilogram bombs, 1000s, 220s and 500s. You also get 1000 kilogram armor piercing. Some of the ones that are marked with a little blue cone here, these are armor piercing. You also get 220 armor piercing if you want. But there's a large selection of bomb loads, and obviously you can make your own, but just bear in mind the maximum weight, which, as I said, I've not read anything about this plane like fully taking 2,000 kilograms, so just bear that in mind. I've heard from one of the guys that this thing can't take off with 2 tons of bomb load. I don't know, I've not tried it, but there are still a large selection of bombs, and like I said, you can make your own custom loadouts for the bombs down here, and obviously the stats for the bombs are here as well, if you're curious, but honestly, I just feel this plane is just really underwhelming, even with these awesome bomb loads and stuff, because they are really good bomb loads. But I just feel that this plane is still half-baked, and, you know, it's not done in the oven, so to speak. And I think until those issues are fixed, I just can't recommend purchasing this aircraft. But anyway, I'm going to head you over to the gameplay now. There's 2 lots of gameplay, one shorter than the other. It's just me in both of these gameplays, and I'll see you next time. Well, there goes the new bot outbreak. For those that don't know, those 2 are bots. This thing's had a change to its tail turrets and the overall coverage angles. So in some cases it's received a nerf, in some cases it's received a buff. So yeah, it's very much something that, you know, needed to be done. It needed tail defense, but at the same time its coverage angles were a bit over the top, to say the least. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. I could go for that Stuka, actually. I mean, there's no harm in it, I guess. Now that I've got the 500s out, I can climb up for him. Anything else coming towards me? P39N, so we're in a 2-7 game. Interesting. Alright, let's see what I can do. Can I get the guns up on him? I don't think I can. Oh, I can, but not easily. There we go. There's no proper damage. All I get is the engine. Yeah, I'm going to need to maneuver because, of course, he just bounces hundreds of rounds. It feels like they've really nerfed the guns on this thing. Like, deliberately nerfed the guns for this thing, because it's got so many defensive guns. That's the problem with it. Right. Guns have reloaded. So let me straighten the aircraft out a bit. Definitely feels like they've nerfed the 7.62 Shikast, genuinely. I mean, look at that. Hundreds of rounds hitting that Stuka, and it's just doing nothing. I mean, we're okay, but, well, not exactly great when we have to do all that just to get a crit on a Stuka. That's the main thing. Like, it feels like, as the old saying goes, the snail gives us one thing but takes away another, you know. But no, this plane, like, it's unique and everything, but just feels really lackluster even with the changes, you know. Like, it's not It's not where we want it to be still, you know? Like, they took away most of this thing's defensive coverage just to get it to, you know, have tail defense now. It just feels like they've overdone it. I mean, on the plus side, you still get your bugged out air brake with the bomb bay, so that's at least useful. Helps keep this plane in check in terms of speed at the very least. That Stuka should be going down, but I'm not sure. There's armoured cars driving up here. I might as well try and carpet bomb them. There's also that B6N there, but I'm not worried about him. If he comes for me, he comes for me. He's only got a single machine gun. I'm not too worried. But no, it just feels like they've overdone it with this thing. Like they've given it what it needed, which is actual defensive coverage near the rear. But at the same time, it just feels like they've again kind of overdone it. Alright. I think the Stuka is probably going to crash soon. Obviously, we did get a crit on it, but it's about all we can do, really. And nope, I don't even get kill credit because of my moronic teammate slamming right into it. Great. So I don't even get kill credit. It's just another day that ends in Y. That's a KI-109. I need to watch my speed, though. That's just frustrating. Like, I put all those rounds into that Stuka and I don't even get an assist. Like, come on, man. Alright, well, we might as well go for this G50, I guess. I mean, there's the P39N coming in, which is I'm a bit worried about, but not a lot I can do. Plus, there is a F4F coming in as well. And this guy's clearly a Skyrim fan, because he's got the username Scuba Enjoyer. Well, let's see if we can take him down. Severe. Come on, coverage. Look at that, I can barely get the guns around in time because it just takes forever for the cones to move. Right, now I can maneuver, but I'm probably never going to outturn him. And yep, look at that. Single bullet, double fire. We love that. That is unfortunately just how your games are going to go in this thing. Your guns just feel so weak. And before anyone says, I just aced that freaking P39, they die to pretty much anything. Well, we're not far from our base, and well, someone just team killed someone on the enemy team. K-27 coming to intercept, but, well, I'm not too afraid of that. That, however, I am, but thankfully he's not heading this way. Let's get these 500s out, because, well, that K-27 is not happy with my existence. There's another one as well, so I'm not too worried about him. I can just turn left and then he can engage it from the rear. Yeah, I think he must know about the plane getting his gunners fixed, because I'd have thought he'd have engaged, but clearly not. Alright, J-20's coming as well. Let's get these bombs out. I believe it's 5 again. Bank hard left and just hope for the best. Firecrest coming up as well. This is going to get interesting. Alright, let's engage. Yeah, it can defend itself now, lads. Of course. This thing's very vulnerable to fires, if you haven't worked that out. Critical. I lost a gunner. I don't think that fire's going out. Nah, it's definitely not going out. Oh, it did! Bloody hell. Thanks to me cutting the engines, I guess. Alright, well, Key-27's RTB. Let's restart the engines. Oh, that one hurt. We lost a gunner as well, so we've lost half our coverage. See, like I said in the hangar section, these guns just feel really weak, which for Shikast they shouldn't be. Right, let's get the rest of these bombs out on these ground targets. Also, shout out to Clean Up on Isle 2, I love that username. Yeah, like I said, this thing just feels like it's you know, it just feels like it's very lacking in quite a few areas. You know, they fixed one part of the coverage, but then they nerfed the other parts. Kind of a shame, really, because this could be a really special little premium, but no. Alright. One. I'll drop 2 there, because I'm not confident with that. And 1, 2. There goes them. However, we have got an F2A coming our way, so we're going to have to deal with that. I've lost a good chunk of my raw rate as well, because the cables on the left-hand side have been snapped because of the fire. So, not great, to say the least. Thankfully, he's too busy tail sitting. See if we can bag an assist, or at least finish it off. Nah, he jumped out in time. Damn it. Alright, let's head down. We might as well. I don't have the bomb brake, or the bomb bay air brake, but still, we can at least try and head in. Okay, can't do that because of the roll rate. Because after all, I have lost half my roll rate. Well, over half. Alright, swing it back over. This is such a cursed looking plane, it genuinely is. Right. No, Gunner, I'll do it. Because your aim is shocking. Oh, this thing's roll is not happy. Ah, he got it. God damn it. Never mind. Am I being shot at by friendlies? No, it's that anti-air vehicle over there. Alright, well, let's see if we can engage Scallywag and see if he doesn't send us to Davy Jones' locker. Front guns? Nope, not a good angle. Okay, P400 coming in. I'm going to have to brake right. Nope, can't do it because of the roll rate. This thing just doesn't want to do anything. It's too damaged. Nope! Ow! Don't do that. I'm already pretty badly damaged as it is. Well, I mean, at least we're supposed... Like, I suppose we're serving as a distraction, but not a very good one, because obviously we're crippled. Right, front guns to port. No, I can get him with a rear gunner though, if it will actually maneuver. I got a hit. I don't know if that was me though, that fire. If it was, it was. I don't think I did though. Let's check the kill feed. No. We might get an assist though. I'm just trying to support my team as best I can. And, well, no, I didn't get an assist. Lovely. That's the key 27 from the start of the match that helped set us on fire. I'm going to reload those front guns because they're probably low on ammo. Yeah, thought so much. Here he comes. My gunner should reload in time. I've got this thing on a max crew, so... Well, minus ace. So it should reload really quickly. And there we go. Let's bring the guns to bear. Swing the camera around. Got him. Nice. Woo! That was close. He tried to aim for the engines, but only hitting the cells, which is good. Oh, that was lucky. It's just that guy left on the airfield. Is that airfield even armed? If not, I'm going to go for it. Because, well, I'm already barely flying as it is. Yeah, we've lost all control to the left wing. The left wing is really bad in terms of damage, and I'm still flying, surprisingly. Yeah, he's at the forward airfield. We can engage it, so we might as well. Let's see what we can do. If he comes head on, we're just going to take it. And he is coming head on, but not for me, although he is now. Come on then, mate. Let's go down together. I'll take that. That is game. Not a bad little result. Yeah, I definitely think this plane has some issues that it still needs to iron out. We'll go back to the hangar because obviously, you know, the game's over and everything. This thing, whilst it did have some of its issues fixed, still has plenty more. And, well, like I said, the The fact that this thing's guns just feel really weak. Like, I know, obviously, we managed to shred that P400 there, but that's only because we had the opportunity to fire a long burst. But, you know, I just feel this plane is lacking in a few areas. I mean, it should be rank 2, not rank 1. It should be, you know, a little bit better in terms of durability, because it just can't take a hit. You know, it just feels like this plane is still half-baked, as some would say.